Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and today guys, we're going to look at a 2017 list for Magnezone Raikou for the standard format. Now, right now, Raikou kind of has died off in its popularity a little bit. I mostly saw it play with Electrode from Evolutions, where you blow it up, put energy on it. That was the most popular way to play Raikou. Now, it's kind of like not that popular anymore. And with Tapu Koko GX coming out very soon, lightning types are probably going to make a bit of a revival in the format, I think. And Raikou is one of those lightning types that's kind of been decent. It's not bad in expanded with electric, but in standard it's kind of meh. But we're going to try it out with Magnezone. So Magnezone is kind of your main source of energy, acceleration. It has the ability Magnetic Circuit, where as often as like your turn, you just put as many lightning from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So basically, you can be like, alright, well, I want to put 2 lightnings on my Raikou, and then I want to put like 4 lightnings on my Jolteon, or I don't know, something crazy like that. So that's kind of the whole idea of the deck, is just use Magnetic Circuit and build up a Raikou that way. It's a very simple concept, very easy strategy, and that's how we're going to get our Raikou attacking with Thunder Lance, which basically does 50 plus 20 more damage for each lightning on it. It's not a bad attack. It does do a decent amount of damage. Not to mention, you can put a lot of energy on Raikou and make it one-shot everything with Thunder Lance. Well, with Fighting Fury Belt and GXs like Decidueye and Solgaleo in the format, that kind of does, make it a little tricky to do that. But for the most part, you're going to be two-shotting. Now, Raikou has some great things going for it. The first thing is it is a non-EX Pokemon, so when it gets knocked out, your opponent can only take 1 prize card, which is great when you just pound EXs with Thunder Lance. The second good thing about Raikou is that it has the ability Shining Body, where if Raikou has a lightning on it, any damage done to it is reduced by 20, so it kind of makes your Raikou a little more bulkier. And when you have Fighting Fury Belt on your Raikou, it actually gets 160 HP, so it will be a lot easier for your Raikou to actually take a hit, which makes it really, really good. Now the thing here is, I actually went for 4 Raikous. A lot of lists would usually just play 3 Raikous. Me personally, I like having the 4 in here. I mean, yeah, you have Super Rod in the deck, but I like having 4 Raikous. The main attacker in this deck is Raikou. Like, you're not always going to be using Magnezone. I mean, Magnezone honestly isn't that bad of an attacker. Jolteon, you probably will use here and there if you play against a deck that can't deal with it. But for the most part, you're just going to be assaulting with Raikou. Sometimes your Super Rod can get prized, or you just want to keep the pressure on with Raikou, because with Raikou, your opponent can only take 1 prize knocking it out. So if you can just keep swarming them with Raikous, eventually your opponent won't be able to take enough prizes to win the game, and by then you're knocking out enough EXs to win. That's kind of my logic behind running 4 Raikous over like 3. So I like having the 4 in this deck. I think it's really good. And yeah, we got 3-1-3 Magnezone. Magneton here, gotta run one of those. Magnemite is pretty good. It has a decent ability that if you have another Magnemite on your bench, this thing can have a 1 retreat cut less, which basically is a free retreat if you have a Magnemite on your bench. We do play 1 Jolteon. If you play against a deck that cannot deal with Jolteon at all, you kind of just win the game with Flash Ray. Pardon me, with Flash Ray. So, Jolteon is really good in this deck. 2 Shaymins for your draw support. Most, some Magnezone Raikou decks, not most, but most of them, kind of, will usually play, like, Octillery. I found an answer to Octillery, which, one, you don't need to have the Octillery because it takes up enough deck space as it is, but you just throw in an Oranguru. Oranguru has the ability Instructor. Once you're in turn before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. This is kind of my answer to running Octillery. Octillery isn't bad in this deck by any means, but I personally like having the Oranguru in here instead, just because it has the ability Instruct. So it's not that bad. Not to mention, Psychic could actually be a decent attack too. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but you know what? It's going to put in a decent amount of work anyways, so I threw in an Oranguru anyways. Some other, I guess, attackers you could put in the deck. You could put in Pikachu EX. The problem with that is it's like made out of glass. It's very easy to knock out, which, you kind of don't want to have. You can also throw in Mewtwo from Evolutions. That's something I was actually considering throwing in here originally. It's not a bad option, just because, with Mewtwo Y and Espeon being kind of popular, that Mewtwo wouldn't be too bad. It's a colorless attacker, you can attack for free. I mean, you could technically also throw in Lugia EX if you really wanted to, and even the other Lugia that does Intensifying Burn. Those are some other good attacker options. Personally, I'm just going straight for the Raikou route and just going for Raikous. Just swarm them with Raikous, keep using the Magnetic Circuit to build them up. And then you have, you know, your Jolteon if you ever need it to kind of win games that way. You even have a Oranguru if you ever want to use Psychic and put some pressure on your opponent that way, I guess. So those are all the Pokemon. We got some items. Got one level ball. This is just really good to search out a Magnemite on like your first turn, get it down. Because with this deck, you want to get a Magnezone out on your very second turn. So level ball will help us just find a Magnemite on our first turn. One Professor letter, sorry. Because with it, you grab 2 basic energies from your deck and put them in your hand, which basically gives you 2 energies to put in play with Magnetic Circuit. 4 rare candies. I just went straight up with 4 of them. We do not have any Trainer's Mail in this deck. So I feel like 4 rare candies is the best way to go. Just because with rare candy, it allows you to increase the odds of getting your Magnezone out easier. I think 4 rare candies is the way to go with this list because we don't have Trainer's Mail. 1 Rod, again, Super Rod is just really nice to get back some stuff, get you back some energy, get you back some Raikous. We do play 4 Raikous, but Super Rod can help us keep the Raikous going. 4 Ultra Balls, this is obviously perfect when you need to grab Shaymin and Magnezone and stuff like that. 4 VS Seeker for our supporters. I went with a pretty simple lineup of supporters for these kind of decks. We got 2 Rough Seas. This is really good to heal your Raikou up. And I also went with 1 Parallel City. Parallel City doesn't really affect you when you make your, own self do less damage, you know what I mean? And sometimes you might want to get rid of your bench anyways. Like sometimes Shaymin can be a liability in this deck because when you're trying to put pressure on them with a non-EX attacker that's doing a lot of damage, you don't really want to have, Shaymin sitting on your bench kind of just like, hey, look at me, free prizes, you know what I mean? It kind of hurts. It hurts the consistency of Raikou only losing 1 prize when it gets knocked out. So Parallel City can kind of get rid of your Shaymins if you don't want them on your bench, or it can force your opponent to have a weaker bench. So that's kind of my logic behind Parallel. 2 Rough Seas is just good to heal Raikou, because Raikou is going to have 160 HP with a Fighting Fury bow, so you might as well just, heal it, make it a bit more tankier. 1 Fisherman, just as perfect, get 4 lightnings into your hand so you can use it with Magnetic Circuit. 2 Lysandre, again, so we can attack with our Raikou. Raikou can hit, Shaymins for weakness, stuff like that, so that's something you got to keep in mind. 3 Ends for our draw support, 4 Sycamores for our draw support. You can also throw in an Ace Trainer if you want. You can also throw in a Teammates too, because those aren't really bad cards when you play a Stage 2 deck. 1 Professor Kukui. Sometimes we do not have enough light energy to take a knockout. Like, for example, say if you put, you get 3 lightnings on this thing, you're going to be doing 110 damage. So then say you put 3 more on, and then you're going to be doing an extra 6. So you're going to be doing 170, but you need to take out a 180 HP Pokemon, or do 190 to a Lapras GX. You just play Kukui, boom, there you go. 3 Belts, so you can give your Raikou more HP. 2 Float Stones, so that your Magnezone can have a free retreat cost, because it does have a huge retreat cost. But again, Magnezone isn't a bad attacker. If you honestly need to attack with Magnezone, it's not terrible, 3 for 100 may not seem like a lot, but it's honestly not that bad. It gets the job done. 140 HP, can take a few hits probably. So I like Magnezone even just for attacking sometimes. Then we got a total of 11 Lightning. I like having a lot of Lightning in here so that you can take easier one-hit knockouts, so you have a lot of Lightning. And also so you don't really have to worry about Lightning being like, oh, I don't have enough Lightning to do anything. Well, 11 kind of makes sure you do. Some other things you can put in this deck that aren't Pokemon, you could always run a, what was it? You could put in maybe like a Ninja Boy if you want. You can Ninja Boy into Jolteon, with Raikou. That's always a tech idea. You can also throw in a Pokemon Ranger, because obviously if you play against Jolteon, you can't really deal with it with Raikou, but you do have Magnezone, which 2-shots Jolteon, even with a belt on it, so that's not really a huge worry, to be honest with you. And I guess the final option you could throw in is an Energy Pouch. Energy Pouch could be pretty good in this deck, so, you put it on your Raikou, gets knocked out, you keep all the energy. The problem with Energy Pouch, it doesn't really give your Raikou more HP, which is always a better option to have, in my opinion. But it's up to you how you want to play your Magnezone Raikou 2017 confirmed standard list. So yeah, and I do think this deck will get a little better with Tapu Koko, because you're actually going to have a GX attack. Okay, maybe if you can still have a GX attack if you want to put Tauros in this deck. I don't think Tauros is that good. Again, I like usually just assaulting them with non-EX attackers anyways. Like, I don't really want to just attack my opponent with, Tauros and Jolteon and then lose like 4 prizes that way, and then trying to win the game by forcing my opponent to take out 2 Raikous when they can just knock out a Shaymin. So I think just running the Raikou way is a lot better. Just because, again, your opponent's only taking 1 prize for knocking out. But yeah, let's hop into some matches with our Magnezone Raikou deck. See in action on PTCGO on this double, well, not double, it's not double coin, is it? No, it's like increased points or something like that for Guardians Rising. I do want to grind some coins out, so yeah, let's go hop into some matches. See you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go find a match with our Raikou Magnezone deck. And yeah, really, again, it's all about getting your Raikou, your Magnezone. Magnezone turn 2 is amazing. If you get that, it's gonna be OP. But yeah, looks like the first game is against a Volcanion deck. Nathan Bayo 5 playing Volcanion. Looks like he doesn't play Hoopa, because I only saw Colorless Water and Fire, so maybe he doesn't play Hoopa. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately. That's fine, though. I mean, going first is fine with this deck. Going second can be okay. The problem is with going second is you can't get, like, a turn 3 on, like, turn 3 in the game Magnezone, which can kind of hurt you. But, you know, Raikou can kind of do its own thing, you know what I mean? So our opening hand here, we got Jolteon. I think we start with Jolteon. Yeah, I mean, the free retreat is perfect. Plus, you know, yeah, he has Ranger, but I don't know. Maybe we start with Raikou. Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. We'll start with Raikou. That's fine. I mean, Jolteon maybe would have been the better starter here. But the problem with Jolteon is I kind of just want to beat this by kind of just making him have to take out Raikous over Jolteon, because he probably does play Pokemon Ranger. He might play Pokemon Ranger, right? So it's like Jolteon doesn't really do anything. All he needs is one Steam Up and Jolteon's dead with a Pokemon Ranger, so it might be a little too risky. We'll think about putting Jolteon down, though. I think Raikou would be a better starter here. I would rather not have Jolteon take a ton of damage from, like, a turn 2, you know, what's it called? Power Heater from BB Volcanion. So I think I'm fine with kind of leading with the Raikou. We can draw an extra card here, which is nice. We get a Kukui. Okay, that's not bad. I'm probably going to end him. We can Ultra Ball, get rid of, probably, I might not use Rough Seas because Volcanion is Water type, so Rough Seas would actually be good for him. So if we play Rough Seas, I don't want to do that. We just see Ultra Ball. He is going to dig for Shaymin, so it looks like he does not play any Hoopa in his deck, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to see him play down that Shaymin here, and he's going to set up for 6 cards, and we'll see what he gets here. I mean, he can't really do anything on his first turn that's really going to be too threatening. Maybe he can, like, put a bunch of Max Switchers down, I don't know. He does play an Entei. We see that Sycamore too. My opponent loses a ton of fire energy, which is kind of nice. He can obviously get the back Power Heater, but that just means less energy for Steam Up. So he does Ultra Ball again, and he's going to get rid of more energy. Wow, this dude is losing energy. He gets a 4th Volcanion too? Interesting. Interesting. Getting rid of those fire energies is fine, I think. And it looks like we see 2 belts going down. One on the active, one on the Entei, and a Scorched Earth. I mean, this dude just had a pop in turn. He just got a full bench of Pokemon without Hoopa. And he's doing all this. I mean, that's crazy. At least we can get rid of that Scorched Earth. We do see Mail for N, so I mean, his hand size was kind of low, so I guess that's not going to matter anymore. I might, maybe Kukui's a little better, because if we can, he can end me, because we'll have to do end to him, right? I don't see him attacking me. We can put a Lightning on. I think, yeah, we get rid of the Kukui and Lysandre. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I would have Kukui'd, maybe then he could have been, like, end me, and then that would have been, like, a supporter for me. Like, I would have gotten a new hand, and then I maybe would have gotten a supporter off of that, and then we could have technically done 2 supporters. That's whatever. We can end him. I mean, we know he has an end in his hand anyways. So we can plop that, and we get rid of that Scorched Earth. We'll play Jolteon. I mean, we can draw more cards with Shaymin. I want to get another Magnemite down, just in case. You never know, Magnemite easily could get knocked out. We do get Parallel, which is going to be really good. We can use that to get rid of our Shaymins, and maybe even Jolteon if I decide not to use it. And we can make him do less damage. If we give him less bench Pokemon, he'll just get rid of a Volcanion and a Shaymin, which we don't want. We want him to keep those on his bench, you know. I'd rather him do less damage. I think I'll just pass. Sure, you know, we know he's going to end me, and, I mean, we know he's going to end me, right? Might as well just let the hand sit for a bit. Let him end me, give me a new hand, and then we can just go from there. So yeah, he's going to end me. So technically, the hand I get off of this will be my new hand, and then if I get a supporter off that, I can play that. So it's like playing 2 supporters. So I don't want to give him a new hand. Like, what if I gave him a really good hand off that end? So, I mean, that seems like a fair play. We get not the worst hand in the world. We actually don't have any supporters in our discard that we can use other than Kukui. Maybe I shouldn't end him. I didn't really think I wouldn't get a supporter, though. Oh man, I think we attach the active and go be a Seeker for Kukui. If we can get a Magnezone off this, we can attack him with Raikou here. So yeah, I mean, we could also Lysandre, but I think I'd rather just do the Kukui here. And what, we whiffed the Magnezone? No! We whiffed it, boy. We whiffed it. We whiffed our Magnezone, and we just got 2 rare candies. I think I'm just going to retreat into a Magnemite and pass. He's probably going to knock me out. So, might as well do that and just pass. Not too hard for me. I mean, he technically needs to do 3 Steam Ups because our ability kind of saves us. Because we have 160 HP, so he'd have to do 3 Steam Ups, but I'd rather not let Raikou even take damage. So we'll just sacrifice a Magnemite. Kind of sad we whiffed the Magnezone, though. Looks like we are going to have to Ultra Ball away, or Sycamore away, sorry, 2 of our candies, which is kind of brutal. My opponent is getting some pretty big pop and plays, so gotta be careful. Bring out Jolteon. VS Seeker, oh man, we're gonna be down so many VS Seekers now. How did we not draw into any of our Ultra Balls and Magnezones? We didn't get any of our Magnezones or Ultra Balls. We're gonna have to burn 2 candies and 2 via Seekers. That is really rough. I mean, we could have done Kukui, but maybe I wouldn't have gotten an energy. We get the Magnezone, but we don't get the rare candy. Go figure. I think we just have to get rid of a Lightning and a Raikou. And I think we just gotta grab Magneton here and hope it doesn't get knocked out. I mean, he can't attack me again because of Volcanian's attack. So unless he does Pokemon Ranger or like a Switch or Escape Rope or something, of course. But if not, that's fine. Just belt that, and I think I'll pass. I don't know. Can he attack my Jolteon? His bench is full. He could maybe hit me with Entei. That's, I think, the only thing he could really attack me with. I think we're fine to just keep Jolteon the active. But we do see him do some steam ups. Jolteon could go down. The belt will save us from an easy knockout from him, so that's good. So yeah, he's not gonna knock me out straight away. So there's more steam ups. So he's doing 3 steam ups. He does have a knockout with that Fighting Fury belt, but the question is does he have any way to attack me? He either needs a Ranger, a Switch, and like another Switch or something. So I don't know. We see an Energy Retrieval getting 2 more fires. He's probably going to attach one, but if he can't attack me, then I'm fine. It looks like he just doesn't do anything. Okay, that's fine. We get our Magnezone down. We can kind of just start going off this turn, I think. Kind of late in the game, we got the Magnezone in play. Kind of took us a while, but, you know, it is what it is. We could have maybe done Kukui, but we need to do a lot of damage. I don't think we can knock out this Volcanian straight away. I mean, it's not impossible. We do have 4 energies, but I don't know if that does enough. I think definitely we'll do Parallel here. I don't really want to Ultra Ball away anything, so we'll Parallel, force him to get rid of that. We just get rid of our Shaymin. We don't really want that on our bench anyways. We can make him do less damage. We'll go Magnetic Circuit here, and we might as well just build up another Raikou. I mean, we might as well just attack him and just 2-shot him. I'm fine with that. He's only taking 1 prize, and maybe he can't even knock me out. I know he has 2 fires in his hand, but that's still not enough for a knockout because of Shining Body. So if he doesn't knock us out here, we'll just Lysandre that Volcanion out, knock it out, or just Lysandre Shaymin and keep that Volcanion around for later. We are out of VS Seekers though, which kind of sucks. He does Lysandre my Jolteon. Kind of surprised he didn't bring a Magnezone though, to be honest. I mean, I do have 2 Raikous built up, but kind of interesting. He's not actually knocking me out here unless he finds a... Yeah, he's gonna have to find like another energy. Yeah, just 180. No knockout for my opponent. We can retreat Jolteon into Raikou, and I guess we just go Thunder Lance for a knockout on this Volcanion. And I mean, at this point, we're kind of in the lead. We have a Lysandre, we can bring another Volcanion, we can knock out the Shaymin if we wanted to. There's our 2 more rare candies. Amazing. Yeah, it would have been nice to see you guys a little early on, but you know what, it is what it is. Fine with that. We see the Trainer's Mail from my opponent, and I mean, what can he do? Can he do anything? I don't know. But no, he just concedes the game. So that's fine. We'll see you guys in another match then with the deck. That was a bit of a short game. See you guys in a... Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go find another game with our Raikou Magnezone deck. And we'll see if we're going to play against anything. Okay, looks like it's going to be Darkrai Giratina or Darkrai Dragons. So that's not a bad matchup, I think. You know, matchups where my opponent uses EXs trying to take knockouts on my Raikou is fine. Also, Jolteon might be able to be good. I don't know if he can, you know, really has a Ranger. He might play 1 Pokemon Ranger. Since, you know, he kind of uses all basics, it makes sense to play Ranger. But maybe if we get lucky, he doesn't play Pokemon Ranger. So I think we have a lot of options this match, which is good. Which is a good thing. So we're going to mulligan, unfortunately. We can shuffle up and get a brand new hand. I don't really know what kind of hand we can really get off this, but I don't know what the best start would be. Darkrai can attack me on turn 1 if, you know, he does anything. Maybe he starts with Baby Veltal. It's still possible for him to attack me on the first turn. Raikou would probably be our best choice. I don't really want to bring up like a Jolteon or something. But looks like we're going to have to start with Jolteon anyways, guys. Unfortunately, looks like that's going to have to be the case. Jolteon is going to make the starting Pokemon here. That's fine though. I mean, we got the free retreat, which is good. We can always just retreat into a Raikou or something. That seems fine. My opponent just opens with a Hydreigon and Giratina. Hydreigon, interesting. So that means he can actually go through Jolteon then with Shred. So yeah, it looks like we don't actually need to use our Jolteon this game. But we see a Max Elixir and a Dark Energy. He does end me though, which is fine. I probably would have ended up ending him too, but I don't mind that new hand. That Giratina can attack me next turn if he can get a Stadium down. And maybe like another Hydreigon, I don't know. It's still possible that Giratina will attack me though. It's not really going to lock anything important. Yeah, it'll lock Rough Seas, which I guess kind of hurts if he plays like a Parallel or something. But I'm not too worried. It's not, he may look also like Fighting Fury Belt, but I'm fine with that. Ultra Ball is gonna grab Hoopa, and we'll see. Can he? He's probably gonna grab a Darkrai here. He's probably gonna Darkrai and Shaymin and another Darkrai maybe. I guess. Let's see if he gets them or not. No, another Hydreigon and Shaymin. That means if he puts the stadium down, Hydreigons will have the free retreat cop. There is the Shaymin. Okay, so this is interesting. At least that guy's then actually gave me a decent hand. I think I'm another Sycamore here. Unless I top deck something really crucial. Max Elixir, and thank god it failed. That would have been rough. No Darkrai's though. Is this going to be Darkrai then? I don't know. Kind of confused. We can Magnemite, we can Fighting Fury Ball or Raikou. We can do Letter here, grab one Light Energy, I guess, and attach it. I could have grabbed two, but yeah, from the looks of it, we only have like 9 energy. We'll put on our active, sure. I mean, we know he's going to attack the Giratina. We do get Rare Candy, and it might be possible to pull off an attack next turn. Or Magnezone next turn. All we need is the Magnezone, of course. So hopefully we can do that. I don't know. I did put the Rough Seas down, which I kind of regret. I kind of just forgot about Hydreigon's ability for a sec. And yeah, he's going to retreat and go to the Chaos Wheel for 100. So maybe the Jolteon wasn't the best. At least we have Rough Seas, though, to heal it. Okay, but we don't get a Magnezone. We get another Rare Candy. Kind of like the last game where we kind of just drew into Rare Candies. We can Shaymin for 1. We're going to have to do that. We're going to have to go Shaymin for 1 here. And just hope we either get Ultra Ball or Magnezone. We haven't used an Ultra Ball yet. So hopefully we can draw into that. Kukui. We're going to have to go N, guys. We could Kukui. But I think I'll go N. I don't know. I guess Kukui, sure. If we hit the Magnezone, we can use it. But nah. And we got to get a new hand. We can still get the candy of the Magnezone, right? And we got the Magnezone, but not the Rare Candy. That's a rip. Our hand's not bad, though. We don't have a supportive next turn, which kind of stinks. I think we're just going to have to retreat into a Raikou. He's going to two-shot us at least, which is nice. But kind of sucks we didn't get a Magnezone Rare Candy. If we can top deck Rare Candy, yeah, we can actually pull off a Rare Candy Magnezone and get our Magnezone down, which will be good. We see 2 Float Stones going down on Shaymin and Hoopa, which kind of interesting plays 2 Float Stones. Still no Darkrai's, though. Kind of leaving me wondering if it even is a Darkrai deck. The fact that we haven't seen a single Darkrai is kind of interesting. You would have thought my opponent would have grabbed it. But if he does, we can at least try and take down this Giratina with a ton of energy on it, which is good. Okay, we get a VS Seeker. I think we're going to have to go for the Sycamore. We were going to lose our Super Rod, I guess. But we need to just get a new hand. We could even Lysandre. There's nothing Lysandre out, though. Everything has free retreat. So yeah, I think we go Sycamore here. And hope to draw the Magnezone. Okay, we finally got it. We didn't get any energy, though, which kind of stinks. We at least got 2 energies off that. I can hear thunder outside my house. If we at least got 2 energies off of that, we would have been able to attack him with a Raikou, but we can't, unfortunately. We're going to lose a Raikou. It's only 1 prize, though. It's really not the end of the world. We still have Rough Seas in play, too, so we can still at least heal our Jolteon to full health, maybe. But, yeah, but I haven't seen a Darkrai, which is still kind of weird. Another Double Dragon. He's blown up the Hydreigon, so Jolteon probably isn't useful. He is going to end me, though, which is fine. I mean, Sycamore would have been okay. I guess we would have gotten rid of 2 cards we can't really use because Chaos Wheel, but I mean, maybe we can actually get something good with this end. Let's see. Floatstone. Okay, we got energy, which is good. He's definitely going to knock us out, though, so at least we got a spare energy, though. So there's a Chaos Wheel for 110 damage with that belt. The belt will kind of help him a bit, unless, like, if he's Center Ladies or something, which maybe he will. I mean, some Darkrai decks do play Center Lady. We got another Magnemite. Sure, we can put that down. We can build up another Magnezone, I guess. It won't kill us. We'll level ball for Magnemite, thin out the deck since our hand is kind of dead. We can Kukui, put some extra damage on this thing, which is good. I think we're just going to attach that other Raikou. I mean, Jolteon's okay, but again, the Hydreigon's in play. And Hydreigon does two-shot us because it does 80, and we don't have a belt on it. So I think we're going to have to just attack with more Raikous. Just keep Raikou pressuring him. And I think I'll go Thunderlance here. We'll still keep the Jolteon, though. It's still pretty nice, you know what I mean? It's not like the worst thing to have in this matchup. We can knock out Giratina next turn. If he retreats it, then I'm pretty sure we have Lysandre. He's got 70 HP. Probably going to bring out the Hydreigon, though. Kind of be a no-brainer. Hydreigon will actually be able to go through Raikou, since Hydreigon is like, yeah, I just go straight through your ability. So he will be able to do normal damage to us. So unfortunately, he can't do less. But he does Hex us, so we actually can't do Magnezone, which doesn't really matter. I'm fine with that. Get a Candy top deck. We can Rough Seas, heal our field. We can drop down the Magneton, I guess. And I guess we'll Lightning the other Raikou. I think Raikou's best attacker here. We can knock out his Giratina and then knock out, and then let Raikou get knocked out by Hydreigon, I guess. That's fine. I mean, it's only one prize again. It's not like the end of the world. We're taking 2, he's only taking 1. That seems like a good trade-off, you know what I mean? There's a Bell which can help us for next turn, and an invisible Ultra Ball, but that's fine. I'm still kind of surprised he didn't retreat into the Hydreigon last turn. Would have been the smartest play to do. That's fine. Ooh, Parallel. That's kind of going to hurt me, because I'm going to lose my Rough Seas. But at least we're not in Chaos Wheel locks. So we can get rid of our Shaymin, and I guess Magneton. We'll keep the Jolteon. If we take out Hydreigon, then like he can't really deal with the Jolteon effectively. And yeah, it looks like he's building up his Giratina. We see a VS Seeker. He's probably going to end. Okay, so he is going to end me. That's fine. This hand wasn't the greatest. I kind of wanted to keep the Belt and the Floatstone, because we could have put that on Magnezone before it was too late, but that's fine, though. Oh, Rough Seas and a Belt. No energy, though. We do have a Shaymin, so we might actually have to lose something. We could definitely get rid of Rare Candy. That's kind of garbage at this point. Yeah, we do have another Shaymin. So yeah, we can probably just get rid of our Rare Candy, and yeah, we'll get rid of a Belt and the Rare Candy. Rough Seas seems like a good card in this matchup. Belt, we could have kept that for Jolteon, but I don't really mind that. We can just grab ourselves a Rough Seas, put that in play. Either way, we're going to draw 6 with Shaymin, so it doesn't really matter. I think this Rough Seas is better because it just makes him not be able to two-shot us, right? So we'll go for the Shaymin here, see what we can find. There's the energy, and we got to be a Seeker. We have the option to knock out that Shaymin on the bench, or we can end him to 4. I mean, we put pressure on this thing. He's not going to knock me out with Hydreigon, because, you know, obviously he's only doing 80 damage, so that's fine. We can get rid of these 2 candies. We're not going to need them anymore. Grab ourselves another Raikou. We can grab a Oranguru too, I guess. That's fine. Oranguru is not too bad. He can actually do quite a bit of damage to his Giratina and his Hydreigon, since they do technically need a few energies to attack. So, I guess we'll do Lysandre. We were going to be able to draw 2 with Oranguru. Maybe we can end him next turn, maybe. I guess. That's fine. We can do Instruct for 2. Maybe we can get more energy. We got another Raikou. We can put that Raikou in play for sure. I think we go for the Thunderlance to knock out Shaymin. I mean, at this point, all we have to do is take 1 more or 2 more prizes and we win. Plus, you know, he could have easily used that Shaymin for Sky Return. So there's an energy and a VS Seeker. So we got Lysandre back. Nothing we can knock out. We could maybe build up enough energy to take out that Hydreigon on the bench, since it does have 30 damage on it. So that's always a possibility. We haven't used our Fisherman yet. We only have 3 lightnings though. So he's going to do 80. Rough Seas will allow us to survive another hit from this Hydreigon, which is good. Float that Magnezone because we need that. We'll go with the Rough Seas. We will go with Magnetic Circuit, and we will put the Light Energy on the other Raikou. Like, I don't think we knock out the Hydreigon. Oh, yeah, we don't have enough energy. We're only doing, like, 120. Not knocking it out. No point. Plus, he just retreats it for free, and then we don't have access to Lysandre again. We do have enough to knock it out now. But, you know what? We'll retreat. You know what? This will just allow us to heal our Raikou another turn. So, that seems like a fair enough play. He still can't knock me out, even with that Giratina, because they're shining bodies, so I feel like that's a good play. Surprised I haven't seen a Darkrai, though. Darkrai would be threatening, because he would be able to do enough damage with Darkrai to one-shot me. The fact he hasn't played that yet is kind of interesting. Maybe he doesn't play Darkrai, maybe the Dark Energies is there, because he couldn't find any other energy to put in, because he used Double Dragon. I guess that's the case, sure. But yeah, we can heal up our Raikou even more on the bench. And, ooh, looks like he will attack me with Giratina this turn. But all we need is a Lysandre. We have 1 VS Seeker and 1 Lysandre left. We have 4 cards left in our deck. 2 of those could be the card we need to win the game. He will knock out my Shaymin. Obviously, after that, he can't really take another knockout as quickly enough other than Jolteon, but we have Rough Seas in play. So we can easily heal our Jolteon. So we have a chance to pull it, and we do. We got our Lysandre, so guys, it looks like we win the game. I think I'll wrap up the video here. I think I showed up the deck pretty well. Showed how much pressure you can put on with the baby Raikous and be like, alright, look, you're only taking 1 prize for knocking him out. We win the game, take out that Hydreigon, and yeah, we win the game here against a deck. Oh, there's Fisherman. It's kind of prized. I don't know what he was playing, though. Kind of weird. I mean, I guess it was a Darkrai deck. I don't know. We do get a Steam Siege pack. We will open that up. I could have checked opponent's deck. Maybe whatever. That's fine. We'll open up the Steam Siege pack. The only thing I'm really looking for some Steam Siege is probably Volcanion Full Art. That would seem like a decent pull. We could trade that off, because Volcanion is going to be really good. Well, it's already really good, but it's going to be even better with Turtonator. So we'll open up the Steam Siege pack, see what we pull. Can we pull anything juicy? Let's find out. Again, Volcanion is kind of what I'm really looking for. Anything else? I mean, yeah, Mega wouldn't be bad either, I guess. Let's see. Armaldo and a reverse Meryl's. Not the greatest pack in the world, unfortunately, but hey, you know what it is, what it is. That's PTCGO sometimes. But maybe, you know, not pulling the X out of that pack allows me to pull an EX when Guardians Rising comes out on Friday, so that seems good. I'm probably not going to open up any packs until Guardians Rising comes out, to be honest with you, just because I can pull like an EX from those packs, right? So that seems good. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, hit like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my PTCGO content. This video might have been not laggy, but there might have been some parts that kind of was like the frame rate sort of dropped a little bit. I don't have the strongest laptop, so OBS doesn't like handle pretty well. But I had to increase the quality because for some reason my videos are only in 720p and 360 FPS. I don't get that. Well, I don't know, 360 FPS. That's not even a word. But I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, hit like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my PTCGO content. What do you think of the Magnezone Raikou deck for standard format 2017? I don't think it'll be a decent deck when Guardians Rising comes out. Especially now with Tapu Koko, I think the deck will be a little bit better thanks to Tapu Koko. So that seems pretty fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to help me on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit 2K subs maybe by, not summer, depends on how good Guardians Rising is. Maybe by the end of summer, we can maybe hit 2K subs. That'd be kind of nice to see. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on another PTCGO video. I'll probably have one more deck video before Guardians Rising comes out. I have another deck I'm kind of working on a video on right now. So I'll probably make a video on that. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys on another video. Don't forget to like button if you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.